Hi guys, welcome once again to Empowerment Network. And this evening, you see my sister Fumi and myself here because we want to make a quick reminder. This is something that everybody has been talking about for the past couple of days, but we saw the need to go back to it again before we finally round up this year 2023. Hi, sis.
Hi, Sister Comfort. Thank you for everyone that is, watching at the moment. And then for those of you that will watch later as well, please don't forget, drop in your comments, like, share, subscribe, and even leave a comment.
Yes,
Thank you.
sure. So, guys, it's all about the message that Marty put up a couple of days ago. We see this, we find this important, and sometimes people are a bit too busy, to get themselves informed. And when you don't go get your information from the right sources, and we find time and we see that is important, we bring it back to you. So, I am reading it, considering that there's surely somebody who has not read this before, but we need to know. So, attention, founders. There is an email marketing service message circulating that alleges to grow your own passive distribution lists and business. This is cross recruiting and violation of the unpassive NDA, which is a non disclosure agreement. Essentially, you are giving your unpassive data to an MLM company. This is scary, guys. Anyone involved in this must stop immediately. This was not allowed nor approved by unpassive. If this gets to unpassive legal, right, what will happen? I'm losing it, but I need to read it right. So if
Mm.
this gets to unpassive legal,
Termination.
yes, it violates the company policies, you know. So if this gets to unpassive legal and compliance department, it is guaranteed that account will be terminated no
Mm.
matter who is involved. It violates company policies. I know there is a saying that it's a wise saying indeed, that the law does not exclude the lawmakers. Whoever you are, we don't care. However, if you are going against the laws or against the policies of unpassive, then you are going wrong. And so it is unacceptable. Why, Sister Fumi and myself? Sis, did you say hi already?
Yes, I did.
So why Sister Fumi and myself are coming back to this, and guys, let's discuss this. Do not say because you already know about it. Let's discuss it together. Drop a comment in the comment section, right? So this is quite sad, and it is unacceptable given what you and myself have been watching Mr. Mufare and his team go through for the past since 2018, depending when you joined. Ash and his team have been through thicks and thins. They have been on mountaintops, they have dropped into the valleys, they have gone through thorns and spikes and stuff to make this happen.
Mm.
And if the only appreciation you can give them, you think, is to go ahead and do this, cross recruit, confuse people, innocent people, that is unacceptable. And
Mm.
so we are bringing it here because even though we are warning, we are adding our voice, we have the right to warn because we belong to this movement and to this family. Whoever is doing it should know by now that they are doing a wrong thing. And so people equally need to take their responsibility by being informed, knowing that this is going on, so that you wash out what you are sharing with the whole. That is why we need to remain in our clusters and inform ourselves as such that you don't go wrong, you don't compromise your data and all of those things. So, Sister Fumi, I'll let you say something about this, please.
I just want to. I understand that people were doing something or are doing something prior to them joining on passive, and we're waiting, for us to go with the full momentum. But that is not an excuse for you to bring something else into this particular business, because what you are bringing, first and foremost, your action is going against the NDA that you signed, which is the non-disclosure agreement that you signed with OnPassive. And then secondly, you are confusing the people as well and introducing something that does not benefit them on the long run, like OnPassive is going to. So you
Mhm,
understand me?
mhm,
That, and then fourthly, For those who have subscribed to those as well, you are only bringing yourself into more, how will I call it, disappointments, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, uh, we are here as people that have been involved in unpassive. You know what unpassive is all about. There are people that, those things are things that work on probability. You understand me? They're not guaranteed. So you can invest and put maybe 1,000 there, and within a second your 1,000 becomes zero. So
Right.
you are just building yourself up for more disappointments, and
Mm-hmm.
you cannot come back and say it's unpassive. And you are also making, because you are also part of unpassive. If you are part of unpassive and you're doing that, you are
Mm-hmm.
already, violating a lot of, agreements, and
Right.
which are legal in NDA. But you are also putting other people into trouble as well. And for
Mm-hmm.
those who are joining them and are subscribing to what they are, tabling before you as well, you are putting yourself into more disappointments.
Yes. Yes. You who are joining and rushing into this, guys, don't do that anymore. Stop wherever you have. If anybody has already shown you this, say, listen, this will help you bring more people to join your customer base and stuff. We forget really quick, or we even don't follow at all. That's why you hear Mike Ellis ask, when you listen to Ash speak, or when you hear Ash speak, do you listen at all? Because there's a difference between hearing and listening. And if
Hmm.
you listen to Ash well and you understand unpassive by now, as far as I'm concerned, you don't need to work this hard. The tiny little things that they are expected of you and myself to do are basic, quite basic things. But when it comes to fetching traffic, when it comes to bringing people to join unpassive, it's not your job. And so somebody should not do this. Compromising I thought it took me a long way. I've been worried ever since this message came up. I was like, what is happening? This person could go a long way, because sometimes I receive some mails into my own mail with people I've not shared own mail with. God, I hardly use own mail, but I have a lot of messages. I'm asking, knowingly or unknowingly, have I already compromised my account to somebody? I mean,
Mm,
after I heard this, so
mm,
what will happen? So guys, let us be careful. It's not your job to get these customers coming. Ash is already doing it. As Mike Elliott would say, Ash is banking on gazillions of customers for you and myself. You need not go an extra mile. You need not go an extra mile to go, stretch beyond your limit or bend over the back to pick a customer from over there. No, no, no. It doesn't work like that. And whoever is doing it is quite sad to jeopardize people data, just because you want to make, it's sad. It's sad because sometimes just know how do they spell thank you. That all of these things that Ash is doing is that you're just a loser. So I'll pick on you because you're just feeding on the sweat of this CEO and his people. How much he has done and brought all of these people together, you transfer them over effortlessly. That is greed at its peak. And
mm.
listen, for some of us who believe in what the Bible says, all of this, any dime that you pick from this, is going into pockets with holes.
Hosts.
However, guys, do not compromise your channel and feed somebody's pockets with holes. Keep them. When anybody comes up to anything like that to you, ask. Ask questions. Come back to the various places, to our clusters where we meet and chat every day, and ask. Go back. Just go type Marty Degamo on Facebook and just ask. Say, Marty, somebody's asking me to do this. What do you think? If you are not sure, ask Chris Johnson. Ask us. Go if I don't know. I don't think. I'm not saying that I know, but I can go to Marty. I can go to Chris. I can go to Collins. I can go to a few people to say, hey, what do you
Mm,
think about this? Before you make another step of giving out your own information for somebody to go feeding themselves fat on. It is unacceptable, guys. Let's be wise. As long as we are calling out these people, whoever are doing this, to stop, we are only also saying that your security remains your duty, because the company is doing their part to protect you. But then you should not be the one to create a loophole for somebody to sneak in and feast on your information, sis.
mm. I don't know whether I can say this in my language as well.
You do that later.
Because
Let's make this English so that it's short, and then
in short,
yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what came to my mind as you were saying that it's not just compromising their own data, but you see they are the loopholes into which definitely other, what do you call it, other affiliates can get snatched into, hacked
Mm-hmm.
into.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
understand me? Because when you are doing that, you are perpetrating that what do you call it, whatever business it is, and then you send it from one person to another, from one person to another, and then people's information gets hacked. You understand? Like, especially for those who are vulnerable to that. Maybe they've not secured their WhatsApp properly and things like that, or maybe there is no security on their phones, or whatever gadgets their device they're using. So you not just do that, but you're putting other people into trouble. What about those that don't have a clue of what you are doing? And then you tell me that you are training them, or you tell me that, it's for their own good, so that while there's not no apples dropping from unpassive, then they can get that. What's the guarantee that apples are going to drop from there, or they are going to be losing apples? Because there are people that are struggling to activate their account, and then you bring them into things that you think is a get rich quick stuff. At the end of the day, they are not really getting rich, but they are losing money. So those of those the people that are joining things like that, you need to look at it. You are talking about traffic just now. We have guaranteed, that means guaranteed means people that are actually looking for all connect, waiting. And then we have the tools that have been given onto us that you can utilize later on, which means you have the extra traffic that you can buy towards your business a non-passive. So why would you go towards that and say, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, and come and then use that as a means of capturing people and then putting them into a place where you tell them, oh, they can make money from this. But those things are things, especially with some of bitcoins and the rest of them, those are things that actually make people lose money. Go and ask those who are expert, or experienced in that. They will tell you, you lose some, you gain some. When you think you've gained some, the next one might be a huge loss completely. So we need to be careful. Apart from that, you are jeopardizing the person perpetrating it, those that are joining. You are actually jeopardizing your accounts, your
Right.
own passive accounts, that is
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be something that is you are supposed to leave as a legacy for your generations. You are really jeopardizing that for what? For what you can gain now, or for what you might even lose completely.
Yeah,
It's,
you
it's
you,
not
you
good.
know, sis, you just mentioned about crypto, so this takes us even to another thing
Mm,
because when they started, people have been going out there trying to pay some money to learn crypto and so on.
mm.
We got advice from people who have been into crypto for a couple of
Yeah,
years,
yeah,
and they have the experience. They know the in and out of crypto. They said, listen, if you don't know it, do not rush into it now.
exactly.
It's not like they are saying you should not learn. Even me, I'm not a crypto person, but I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn, but I'm learning from an experienced person who is happy to help me, teach me the basics and what exactly how to go about it, just how much I need to know. I
Mm,
don't need to pay money. However, if you think that you really want to pay money to go for it, choice is equally yours. But then why we're going back to this is because there are people who have gone out there and asked for people to pay money to learn crypto and all of those things. If I'm not calling it well, if I'm not using the right terminology, it's not
mm,
because it's not my thing, guys, but we know what we're talking about. And so people have succeeded. A few people who paid, some have succeeded and then some failed. Let me begin with some those who got stuck on the way. They could not get it anywhere. It became a stalemate, and then they dropped it. Money is gone. Others went well. It went well with others. They succeeded, knew how to do it, and before you know it, the next thing, whoever is teaching you how to use crypto because you need it for unpassive, they introduce you into trading. Unpassive is not trading. Unpassive does not do trading. And so there's no difference between you and the person who is using people's data to feed themselves fat.
Mm.
There's no difference between you and that person, because um that is equally a cross recruiting, which is unacceptable. That is
Mm.
exploitation. That is manipulation of people who are a bit vulnerable, because they don't know. You just push them into it and then flash those figures that you're good at flashing at people,
Mm.
and they're like, oh my god, let me get these apples while I wait for the other ones. Guys, this is unacceptable. However, if you think that you want to keep on doing it, this is unpassive, and you will be caught. 99 days, they say, is for the thief and 1 day for the owner. The moment this 1 day comes and the legal team comes after you, that will be good night for your account. I will
Mm.
celebrate, I'm sure. I'm not ashamed. Look in my eyes and see me celebrate when you lose your account because you're cheating on people. That is unacceptable, because you are not only cheating on the people who are in unpassive, you are cheating on Ash Mufara
Mm.
team. Close your eyes and think for a moment what is happening in their lives 24 hours around the clock.
Mm.
New things happen every day, new problems come up every day. Before you know it, he comes smiling, we solved it. And all you do is go get the sweat and then lick on it, and you think it will taste sweet. No, no, it tastes
Mm.
saltier than anything you've ever known before. It doesn't work like that.
That
And
it's
so,
very crafty.
yes,
That's what you call craftiness.
now, yes. So that is non-compliance, which is unacceptable. But then you may still, I had a teacher who would say, you may still, but make sure you are not caught, guys. Make sure you're not caught, because when you are caught and you are kissed goodbye, I will give you a hug, say, waka fine. That's how they say in Pidgin. Good night.
Mm.
Yeah, see, so we should be rounding up. We don't want to keep this going on and on.
No, no. So I will suggest that, please, whoever it is, stop it now. Stop it now. As in stop. STOP. For those who are joining, you are joining at your own risk, and you are on your own. OYO.
Yes, so you are on your own. So, guys, and moreover, I'm happy sis is addressing the perpetrators of crime. And so I am on you, the victim. Don't go for it. Do not rush. Anything that does not come from the OES is not unpassive. And so don't go for it. We have been waiting already enough. What do you do with your time while you wait? Learning, asking questions. Somebody asked a question today, say, listen, I already activated my account for 143, and now I want me to activate it again for 93. That's a good question. They are just confused. Then I made a clarification.
Mm.
Those are the things you'd be going after. Do things that, just ask a question if you are in doubt. Because if you cannot get us, ask on on the comment section in YouTube.
Yeah,
Find us on
there's
Facebook.
even a lot to read on the blog
Yes,
for you
go
to
on the
educate
blogs.
yourself.
Go
You
on the
know?
blogs and feed yourself, guys. Whoever introduces anything from you that is outside the OES is not on passive. And so they are leading you into a bottomless pit, where the moment you find yourself there, they'll smile and say, foolish thing, I'm gone. So, because there's just one unpassive, there's only one place where you find unpassive, the OES, the back office. And what you hear Mr. Mufara come out with his team and say, or some of us who bring other great leaders to help interpret things for us. If you can't feed yourself from here, if you can't get information from these places, and most especially number one being the OES and the back office, it's not on passive. Don't go for it. We saw that it was important to close or end the year with this, such that you don't move into the new year like Mugu, like like not again.
It's
Excuse
true.
me.
Mugu.
Yes, so you cannot continue to be I'll be the Mugu, you be the Mugu, I'll be the no, I know what
Mm,
make you be Mugu.
no.
Anyway, Pigeon has to follow this because my sweet friends are waiting. When I
Yes.
do it in Pigeon, their own thank you is to tell me that listen, your Pigeon, your Cameroon Pigeon sweet. I'm going to whip them when I meet them.
Okay.
So thank you. Thank you
Thank
guys.
you.
And
Thank you very much.
yes, please.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
Please, if you have any question, don't forget, drop in the comment section. Thank you. Don't
Yes.
forget, like, subscribe,
Oh,
share, hit the
and subscribe and
notification
do
bell.
that. But then, most importantly, tomorrow is the 30th, Saturday, the 30th of December 2023.
Mm,
You cannot afford not to be part of this. 12 noon Eastern Standard Time is end of year with the OTech Pro and any other person on planet Earth. So
mm.
join us. It's going to listen. It sounds like it's going to be an all-star because everybody is going to be there. All of the great voices, anybody you admire on Unpassive is going to be sitting there tomorrow talking with you. So make sure you are there. Let's end the year powerfully and move into the new year even more powerfully, hand in glove, together as a family. We love you guys. Have a wonderful evening.